And we're back. Dark Side Brew Crew's review of Black is Beautiful, Rowley Farmhouse Ales Edition. Coming at you live in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And what a deer it is. Yes, let's open it up. All right, opening deliciousness. Black is Beautiful from Rowley Farmhouse Ales.
I can't show it. My Zoom background won't let me show it.
And joining us tonight, as he has before, is Wes from Rowley, which we'll actually get some cool news here in just a little bit about that. But we're here to review the Black is Beautiful.
What a head.
Yeah. I popped the can and it just started pouring out. Like that's...
Yeah, mine did too.
So I did can condition this. We may have gone a little overboard. Although like a couple days ago it was fine. Well, that sucks. Yeah, mine did the same thing.
Yeah.
My God.
It's easy to do when you're doing can or bottle conditioning for sure. So
yeah.
I mean, that's sexy.
I've been getting my ass kicked on this can conditioning stuff on the commercial level.
I bet. That can't be very easy to dial in.
No, especially with Kvike yeast.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
it's going to take... Well, I can't show my glass, I guess, but...
Yeah, I'm in the same boat.
Second.
Yeah, it looks like you're in the void there with people trying to get out behind you, Wes. That's awesome. I approve.
Yeah, I've got a bunch of different Zoom backgrounds. I thought this was fitting for Dark Side.
Oh, yeah. That's right in our wheelhouse.
It's dark indeed.
Mm.
Dark and cascading up the glass. Cheers. Do evil.
Do evil.
Cheers, guys.
Oh, my God.
I think this is my first commercial stout ever.
Really?
Wow.
I think.
Well,
certainly in 5 or 6 years at least.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think any of the other like big stouts that you guys have done. Yeah, I can't recall that you guys have like put them out for mass release.
No, we do the Cimbraeris for winter brew and stuff like that, but it's all been like the same batch that I've just kept in barrels in the back, like in the walk-in. So it's all just been stuff that was even made before me, and then I just treat it with different shit. But we thought this was important to do, and
definitely
made some fermenter changes and stuff like that, and made it work. But yeah, I thought it was I think this is super important to do.
Yeah.
Yep.
So for those who don't know about Black is Beautiful, so this was conceived by Weathered Souls Brewing from San Antonio, Texas, with the idea that they would share the recipe, the label, and people would then make this beer, and the proceeds would go to charity that was kind of specifically directed towards social causes. Every brewery had the option of picking, whoever they wanted to support. Who did you guys choose to
I'll have to look it up. We chose the same charity as Weathered Souls, whoever they picked. They had we actually were supposed to do a collab with them in April of this year at CBC, because CBC was in San Antonio this year.
Right.
All right.
So we kind of had a connection to that brewery anyway, and so we just picked whatever they wanted to support. So it made it pretty easy.
But I think you told me you did alter the recipe ever so slightly. What are some things you guys did with this one that, besides just Ascar vanilla beans?
Yeah, we added the vanilla, which was a change, and I actually kind of rewrote the whole base just because I just used what we had. And it just made it easier because it was like a last minute thing, and it was like, if I want to do it, it's going to fuck up my fermentation schedule for a while, so we should do it now. So I just used what I had on hand, and we actually had some darker stuff that's been sitting around for a while, so it actually just kind of worked out that way. So mostly more chocolate malt. I don't think I put any kind of roasted barley or anything like that in there. But yeah, I think it turned out nice. It's definitely more of the sweeter chocolate, and then the vanilla kind of helps accentuate that too.
Yeah, I was going to mention that comparatively speaking to the other variants, local ones at least that I've had from New Mexico breweries, this one's definitely a little more chocolate forward. I think that vanilla definitely helps that pop a lot. It's oof, this one's really tasty. Not so much, definitely not picking up a lot of roast in it or anything like that. This is definitely like it's a big, like smooth, rich, desserty stout.
Yep, but without being overpoweringly in the pastry end of things. So
yeah, I definitely wanted to stay out of the pastry realm. You know, there's so many good brewers that are good at making pastry beers, and John and I are just not into that kind of thing. So I'll let those guys do that, and we'll do our thing for sure.
Somewhere Jeff Irway's giving you a thumbs up. Overall, for the last, since you guys, we talked about it a little bit with the Hazy IPA Thrace a while back, but since you guys pivoted so much to cans, and you've released a pretty good variety of cans, I mean, how has the reaction been from the faithful fans and maybe some new ones that you've made over the last few months?
I think overall pretty positive. We definitely had a couple misfires with some of our sours getting overcarbonated for sure. And, that's definitely on me. But, I think we've got it dialed in now. And I think everything's been pretty good. But, yeah, we've been definitely releasing beers at a pretty crazy pace, especially for us. This is not our wheelhouse, even 9 months ago. So, it's been great to get the support that we have. Like we did 20 cases of this Black is Beautiful, and it's all gone. We released it, I think, on like Thursday, and today's Monday. So for us, 20 cases, like that's crazy for us. And whenever we do the new hazies, like we're currently on the other one, we'll sell like 10 to 12 cases a day. So I mean, it's been great, but it's very stressful trying to figure out like how to get all this shit done on such a, I don't know if you guys have been in the back of my place, but it's a very small brewery, and we're trying our best to get it done for sure. But yeah, it's been awesome. The support from the community has been incredible for sure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yummy.
I'm still trying to pour the rest of this can into this glass here.
Yeah, I finally did succeed.
So this is can conditioned. So I mean, this should hold up for years, pretty easily, I would imagine.
Really? All right.
But yeah, so we're sold out now. But I'm actually I held a bunch back for draft, which now I realize I shouldn't have done. So I'm actually gonna we'll get into it later, but it's going to be canned more down the line. I won't do it, but someone else will.
So I guess that kind of leads us to the other big news of the week.
I think
Segue that was.
Which I know you guys talked about on your own Facebook live broadcast there the other day. But for everyone that didn't hear,
the 19 people that were watching at the time, probably for the best.
Yeah, where are you headed, Wes?
So I took a new job at Ex Novo, and I will be the lead R&D brewer and barrel blender, and general wort production and cellar as well. But lead R&D and barrel blender for Ex Novo down in Corrales.
Which is
awesome. Congrats on that.
Excellent news.
Yeah, thanks.
What kind of led you to that job? How did it all come about?
I guess mostly honestly what it comes down to is I don't feel super comfortable as head brewer, and I feel more comfortable in a production environment, and just for my mental health and family life, I think it's time to take a little step back a little bit and I've been basically working 6 to 7 days a week for 2.5 straight years, and I just don't really want to do that anymore, frankly. But no, I'm leaving Rally on a good note. Like, John and I are totally fine. We did the live stream announcing, that I was leaving, and we wouldn't do that if we weren't cool with each other. So everything's okay. But yeah, it's just my mental health was struggling a little bit for sure.
How'd you get in touch with Dave and Joel so that the opportunity came up? Did they approach you? Did you respond to something they had posted? I mean, how did you connect with Ex Novo?
A little bit of both. We did a collab with them about a year ago, sometime last summer, and I kind of showed them how to do some neat tricks on loggering and stuff like that. And I've known Dave for a while because we're both old Colorado brewers, and Dave's. Everybody knows Joel is like one of the best guys in the industry here in New Mexico. So, I'd always go down there for beers whenever I would go down south and stuff like that. And, it was kind of an organic kind of thing. And I'm glad it kind of finally worked out.
Yeah. And I think you talked about when you dropped off this beer for all of us, you said, you're kind of looking forward to maybe getting into getting back into lagers even more than before.
Absolutely. Lager is my actual passion, believe it or not. And, I came from, I worked at Dry Dock and Left Hand, some of the best lager brewers around. I was at Dry Dock right after, Bill was there, who's now at Bierstadt. So, I've got all the beer. I've got all of Bill's old recipes and things like that. But, I just happened to be good at making sour beer, but lager is my passion. And Ex Novo's definitely more of a lager place for sure. And I'm very excited about it.
Yeah. And you'll have lots of room to move around.
Lots of space, man.
I won't spend 45 minutes in the morning pulling shit out of the brewery just so I can make beer.
Yeah.
But I think things are going to be just fine at Rally. I think Rally's in a good spot. So, I'm proud of the work that I put in there, and I'm proud of what we accomplished. And, sometimes, it's time to move on sometimes.
Yeah.
Yep. Totally.
I mean, it's kind of hard to top small brew pub of the year. It's like
it was pretty special. It was. But,
yeah, just think you made one of the last people to fist bump Charlie Papazian on stage.
That's actually true, and that's I finally got it after all the hardware I've accumulated. I never got my fist bump until our first medal at Rally. That my first year there when we got the one. So yeah, I finally got my fist bump after 9 years in the
well
Wes,
worth it.
real quick, obviously, you mentioned how much your workload was affecting everything. You feel like this is going to maybe kind of reignite maybe your passion? Did you feel like maybe you were losing that a little bit with all the stress of just brewing 2 days a week?
Maybe a little bit. I don't know. I don't think I ever lost the passion, but I got hurt a couple times this summer, and it's just like I kind of went through a pretty hard time for a little while there. But I think the passion's always there, but it's kind of tough sometimes. Like, we at Rally do a very specific thing, and I enjoy it for sure. But after getting that hazy IPA out there, and I wasn't really doing anything like out of the box very much. So, going over to Ex Novo, and it's like I'm kind of going to be in charge of the pilot system. So, I get to experiment and play around. So, I think that's what any brewer really wants. Ultimately, is
definitely
just being able to do whatever the fuck you want to do. So,
yep, 100%.
Yeah. And so, Dave and I were talking a few weeks ago, and he's like, I'd love to do this. I don't have time to do this. I need someone to come in here and just like take that by the reins. And I'm just like, I'll do it. So I think it's going to work out pretty well.
Yeah. That seems like a great match. I'm looking forward to you guys create.
Yep, definitely.
And just think, you won't have to stress out over beer names, because clearly over there, they have
their
got
name
a beer
game
name
is absolutely
generator
on
somewhere.
It is. It's insanity.
I don't know how they do it, but they're very, very good at naming beers for sure.
Yep.
Yeah. I just picked up some Bedrock Push Pop for someone here.
Dude, they sold out of that beer in like 3 hours today.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I got a little sample yesterday, and Chris is of course allergic to citrus, so I got to drink my sample and Chris's sample.
Were you guys there yesterday?
That is not your guys' forte, but I freaking loved it. It was
Yeah, I was there yesterday. I went there, Marble. We tried to go to Bow and Arrow, but there were no seats that weren't in direct sunlight, so we were just like, no, we can't go there.
Like vampires, yeah. Summertime, you know. Can't do it.
It was like 103 down there yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not having that.
Yeah, it was damn hot in the valley.
Yeah, I had like my True shirt on and like my black pants. I'm just like, no, this doesn't happen.
Yep. We absorb the heat.
Yep.
But our skin reflects it.
Yeah, I wish it did.
Yeah, I know. Burned to a crisp.
But yeah, you get to be down here in Albuquerque now around all these other breweries too. Are you kind of looking forward to being able to more easily go out and see what everybody else has got cooking and see if they inspire some ideas for you?
Absolutely. We have a pretty good, nice community here in Santa Fe, but I never really got out that much, to be honest. So I think it'll be nice. I think there's some really great beer happening in Albuquerque, and I just never really had the time to go down there very often. So that's pretty exciting. I started a thing up here called Poets, which was one Friday a month. It's Piss Off Early tomorrow, Saturday, where all the brewers in town, we would rotate each, a brewery a month, and we would just go like 4:00, invade someone's brewery, bring beer, just, talk shop. So I think I might try to bring that to Albuquerque as well.
I love that. That's a great idea.
That's a great
just
idea.
like an interesting thing. Like, I don't care if you're a brewer or a bartender. Like, if you're in the industry, like, let's go hang out, talk shop, swap stories, kind of thing. So, I definitely like stuff like that. Like, there's no need for competition, in this industry, and I think that's important to have like a close community, for sure.
Yep. Completely agree.
Definitely. There's enough beer to where it can be a happy, loving community.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Where we all just drink beer and fun.
Yeah.
Yep. We all do our own thing, so we don't have to step on each other's toes.
No,
For sure.
no, we don't.
That's nice.
So, yeah, I think it's gonna be nice being able to hit some breweries and not have to do like a whole day out of it, for sure. It's gonna be awesome.
And without revealing any maybe secrets or anything per se that you might have, any ideas, like you mentioned lagers obviously is a big passion of yours. You're obviously going to have all the room, all the equipment to do that. Anything else you maybe have in mind that you want to kind of tackle from a brewing standpoint moving over to Ex Novo?
Absolutely. I'm gonna convince Joel to buy me a cool ship, and I'm gonna make lambic. I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I was doing that at Cricket Stave, and I love making lambic so much, and I'm gonna try to get a cool ship at Ex Novo.
Lambic and Corrales sounds pretty awesome, man.
We've got plenty of room on that property to grow, our own trees and stuff like that, so we can have like fruit that we can just harvest, and I can swab that stuff and get local microbiome stuff, and try to get our own house culture that grows on the property, and do like cool ship lambic stuff and goose eventually with the bacteria that's in the air around Corrales. That's my hope.
Yep. That'd be amazing.
But that's years away.
Yeah, it takes a long time to set all of that up.
Long-term goals.
Get the right culture and get it happy. Get the biome in the right place.
Good to have ambition.
Mm-hmm. Although we were able to do that in Cricket Stave in about 18 months, and that it was already tasting pretty good. So it's possible.
Yeah, that's a very, very short amount of time. That's impressive.
We'll see what happens.
Just remember 30 miles per hour. whatever you do, 30 miles.
Yeah,
per hour.
don't speed on that road.
Yeah, I've been given the rundown already. It's just like, just don't fucking do it. Don't fucking do it. Just put the cruise control on and don't fucking do it.
Just put on slow ride and you'll be fine, man.
Yeah, what a great road to drive around though at a low speed limit though. Seriously,
Yeah.
that road is awesome.
Yeah, that one in Rio Grande are pretty sweet.
Yeah. All right. Well, cool. I think we're through the interview portion of the evening. So, Wes, once again, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you, of course, for the delicious beer.
Of course.
Yes, indeed.
Awesome.
Everyone
Well
else
done.
at Rally Farmhouse Sales for
Cheers.
joining
Thank
us.
you.
Charity is wonderful, and best of luck to you at Exnoble. It'll be fun to see you a lot more often.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Hey, when we
Yeah.
have live metal again, you can more easily go to shows.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, indeed.
Absolutely.
Oh my God, I
Absolutely.
can't wait.